The first point of stress amongst humans is relationships. Five types of people you need to avoid in life. The Bible says, "Oh, no man anything except love." Loving somebody does not mean the person must be in your space. Everybody can never be my friend, and everybody might not cannot be in my space because we are not wired to be in the same space. There are persons that will come to your space and they will so choke you, and which is that you're not just walking in the right direction. The persons that don't just fit in. Everybody is not supposed to be in your space. Everybody cannot be your friend. Everybody cannot think the way you think. Loving someone does not mean the person must be your friend. When you talk about love, we're talking about, for example, seeing somebody in need and you know you have what that person needs and you can comfortably give it away without feeling anything. What are you waiting for? You just give it away. Understand? That is love. But when somebody is your friend, many people think alike. There's this soul tie connection. Everybody must not be your friend. And that means that there are people you should avoid in your space. There are people that should not be in your space. Because when you start there, they put you on pressure. The number one source of stress amongst humans is relationship. And so to reduce the stress, okay, I remember at the point I had this person that was very close to me and he was very helpful. And he was just all I needed at that point because I was talking my 9 to 5. I couldn't do some movement. So he was the one basically doing all the running arounds for me. But then, when somebody is not into what he's doing, he's like compelled to do it because maybe he respects you, in quotes. You can call this person for 10 minutes, sorry, call this person 10 times, he won't pick his calls. And I need this call to be able to get through to the other person to be able to do one or two things. Oh God, it sucks. It sucks. I would just be like, God, can I pick your call? It was not so easy, but I got to a point that I had to do away with this guy. I just told him, don't worry about it. I will take over from where you stopped. Sincerely, it wasn't easy. I was 9 to 5 on this hand and the business on the other hand. I have to be talking about it here because this is actually my experience and I'm sharing it out for people here to learn and also to have their own experience. You must not make all the mistakes. I think if you learn from my experiences, it will reduce your mistake curves. I believe so. So I struggled to let him go because I was thinking, how do I do this rounds? How do I do this runs? He literally helps me, but he does it. He wouldn't want to be at the time when I want him to be there. He would pick his calls. He wouldn't. At times he wouldn't pick the call. I'll be like, God, this is not how business is done. There is this mindset of a business person. My dear, I summoned the courage one day and I told him, thank you for all you've done. It's over. And there was this air. In short, I almost grew strands of gray because of that guy. Because early morning, you just assume that this is early morning. Let's say by 6 o'clock, you should be able to pick your call. You should pick your call, and then we talk about things for the day, and I'm good to go. This guy won't pick call. The phone will ring and ring and ring, and I be rang and rang. Pardon my English, I beg. He won't speak calls. Oh, Jesus. When I finally let go of that guy, I had peace. I thought I couldn't do it. I thought I would not be able to do it, but I did it. I mastered it. I muzzled it. I did it. Sometimes situations make you tougher and they bring out opportunities of things you don't know you can even do. Yeah. So he was one point of stress I had. He might know, he might not know it, but the point is that when I call him now, he picks so fast. It was just somebody I realized I was not into what we were doing at the point, but he just maybe out of the respect was just doing it. So in this case, for you to reduce human stress, because human beings are sources of stress, there are people you should avoid in your space. And I'm going to be mentioning 5 types of those people. The first kind of persons you should avoid are people that compare you with other people. If you have a friend, in quotes, that is always comparing you with other people, maybe a spouse or whoever, a friend that compares you, your spouse should be your friend anyway, compares you with other people, please avoid that person, because you'll be so much under pressure to meet the the expectation of that friend unconsciously that it can push you to do what you don't want to do. The Bible even talking about it says, he that compares himself to himself is not wise. What is the comparison all about? Because I've always said this, and I said, if people understand papers, if people understand that we all are wired differently and we have our different lanes, we have our different reasons for existence, there will not be need for jealousy. You'll be so focused, just like somebody running in a batting race, to be able to meet your end, get to your end, and not looking this way and that way to know who is behind you and what is happening behind you. Right? But most times people are so eager, they're so eager to know what's happening in the next person's life. And it's just so messed up. It's not the right thing. So anybody that's comparing you with another person is a no-no. That person should not be in your space, because it's gonna put you on so much pressure, it's gonna put so much tension on you, and then you might end up doing what you don't want to do. Right? So also for wives, don't compare your husband or husbands, don't compare your wife with other people. I beg now. Just let her be the way she is. Ah, God. Thank you.